Hello friends. Today in this video I am going to be retelling the story of the 2010 comedy horror film Tucker and Dale vs. Evil. In this slasher satire, two lovable hillbillies are headed to their fixer-upper vacation cabin to drink some beer, do some fishing, and have a good time. But when they run into a group of preppy college kids who assume from their looks that they must be inbred, chainsaw-wielding killers, Tucker Dale's vacation takes a bloody and hilarious turn for the worse. Stick around to find out the wild events in this one because spoilers ahead. Watch out and take care. The movie begins with 8 college friends jam-packed into a car because they are heading to the lake for the weekend as they just finished their final exams and want to unwind. As they are driving, they are passed by a pair of hillbillies who freak out all of the kids in the car. Both vehicles then stop at the gas station, and as they pull into the lot, they give each other glaring looks. The hillbillies' names are Tucker and Dale and are best friends heading to their weekend vacation cabin that they recently purchased. Tucker thinks one of the college girls, Allison, is cute and wants to go say hi, but Dale doesn't think Tucker is exactly her type. Tucker says screw it, and goes to talk to the college kids holding a scythe, and this just freaks them all out, so they get in the car and drive away. Tucker and Dale get back in the truck and they head to their cabin, and it is a fixer-upper to say the least. Looks like the houses that the wrong turn inbreds lived in. While they are unpacking all of their belongings, the college kids have found a place by the lake to set up their tents and get camp ready. Once they have everything set up, the leader of the college tools, Chad, tells them all a campfire horror story about some machete-wielding maniacs that used to rule the very same woods that they are in right now, and they were never captured after their murder sprees. They then decide to go down to the lake and take a dip in water. They all get down to the water, and right after they get in, Tucker and Dale are a little bit over and they are fishing in the lake as well. But the college kids don't see them. Allison gets a little away from the rest of the group, and as she is standing on a rock over the water, Tucker yells at Dale to stop staring at her, and Allison hears this and falls head first into the water. She doesn't resurface for a while, so Tucker and Dale go to make sure she is alright, and then another girl in the group, Chloe, sees the hillbillies pulling an unconscious Allison out of the water, and she believes they killed her. Chloe screams and runs away, and everyone else follows her, thinking their lives may be in danger too. The following day, Allison wakes up in their cabin with her head bandaged from the fall. She is scared at first, but then she sees Tucker means no harm and breathes a sigh of relief. Meanwhile, all of the college kids are discussing the play they are about to make because they want to save Allison from who they believe are kidnappers or might even be the murderers from the story Chad told. One of the guys, Mitchell, decides he wants to rescue Allison and have her fall for him, so he walks up to the cabin demanding for the hillbillies to come out, and as he is doing this, Tucker is cutting some wood with a chainsaw, but accidentally disturbs a bee nest, which causes him to run out of control with the chainsaw. Tucker and Mitchell are running away from the bees whenever Mitchell accidentally impales himself on a tree, killing him, but it looks like Tucker did it to him. While this is all going on, Dale and Allison are inside the cabin playing board games with one another, having great conversations, and Allison feels she relates more to Dale than she does any of the college kids she is with. Tucker tells Dale that they should go and find the college kids and tell them they mean no harm, but want Allison to stay behind because they think she has a concussion and needs to sleep. Tucker and Dale get out into the woods and yell at the college kids that they have their friend, but the kids take this as a threat that they will kill her if they do anything stupid. They then engrave that into a tree, which the college kids see so they can come get Allison to take her home. Tucker and Dale get back to the cabin and Tucker starts working with a wood chipper while Allison is helping Dale dig a hole in the yard. A few of the college friends go storming at them, and one of them falls into the dug hole and lands on a pipe, and then another kid accidentally flies into the wood chipper. Chad is under the impression that Dale and Tucker are killing them and doesn't know they are all accidents. Tucker and Dale are so confused why these kids keep ending their own lives, and Allison is even scared for her life as well and thinks her friends have lost their minds. There are only 5 friends left outside of Allison, and they are discussing what they should do, and they are all under the impression that Tucker and Dale are maniac serial killers. All of the kids see a cop car approaching and everyone, but Chad gets in the car. Chad wants to stay behind and go save Allison by himself, so maybe she will fall in love with him. The cop and the others then arrive at the cabin, and Tucker and Dale start explaining to him that they didn't do anything to these kids and they are doing it to themselves and they have no idea why. The cop asks to go inside and see if Allison is alive, and they invite him in. Right on cue, whenever he walks inside, the cabin is a piece of work, and some wood with nails falls from the roof right into the cop's face, killing him. Tucker and Dale run inside whenever Chad grabs the cop's gun and starts blasting rounds off at them. Tucker then goes around the house to try and create a distraction so Dale can get Allison and his dog to safety. The college kids then follow Tucker into the woods and knock him out and tie him up. Chad then cuts off 2 of Tucker's fingers and wraps them in a shirt, and throws it at the front of the cabin so Dale can see that his buddy is in grave danger. Dale then gets angered and he wants to go save his best friend even if it means he might die. Dale ends up finding Tucker still hung upside down, and is able to untie him and break him free. As this is happening, Chad and the others have made their way to the cabin and Chad tells Allison that it is time to go. Chad then pours gasoline all over the house and wants to burn it down, but Allison tells him this is all a big misunderstanding and Tucker and Dale aren't harmful. Chad tells Allison that she is experiencing Stockholm Syndrome and falling in love with her kidnappers. Tucker and Dale arrive back and there is a big confrontation and Allison tells everyone to shut up and sit down so they can talk about this as grown-ups. She tells them both to tell their side of the stories, and they will see where they overlap into each other's and how this is all a misunderstanding. Chad tells them that he believes Tucker and Dale are the Memorial Day Massacre murderers from 20 years ago, but Dale said that is complete bogus. As they think everyone's anger is dying down, Jason comes charging in with a weed eater trying to save his friends and he charges at Tucker with it, but Tucker moves out of the way and Jason takes out one of his friend's face with it. Brutal kill. Chad then sees this as an opportunity to try and kill Dale so he throws a Molotov cocktail at him, and it misses and ends up killing Jason. Everyone else runs out of the cabin as it is almost all gone up in flames. Chad had half of his face blown off, but that isn't keeping him down, and he is determined to kill Tucker and Dale. Tucker, Dale, and Allison get in the truck and start driving off, but Dale isn't a very good driver and he gets them in a wreck which badly injures Tucker. While Dale and Tucker are having a heart-to-heart with one another thinking Tucker might die, Chad grabs Allison and runs away with her. Tucker tells Dale to go save his sweetheart before he loses her too. Chad has turned full psycho mode and has tied up Allison. Dale walks in and goes to untie her to break her free, but it is all part of Chad's plan to kill Dale. The board the Allison is tied up to is slowly getting pulled towards a circular saw that will kill her if she reaches it. Chad and Dale get into a huge fight with one another and Dale is able to get the upper hand and free Allison from the ropes before she is sawed in half. Chad storms in the room with a chainsaw, but Dale is able to throw tea in his face which causes Chad to fall back 2 stories out of a barn onto the ground. Then we jump to the hospital where Tucker has survived and has even had both of his fingers sewed back on. Dale tells Tucker that he is his best friend and that if he had to endure psycho Chad with anyone, he was glad it was Tucker. Dale then tells Tucker that he and Allison are going on a date to the bowling alley and Tucker is proud of him for finally getting an actual human girlfriend. The movie ends with the two going bowling together and living happily ever after. That is how this one ends. Thanks for watching.